Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Thumbs up for that. It's good to be metabolizing. So hopefully, if you're watching this, you too are continuing to metabolize. Definitely a thumbs up. It means you too are an organic, carbon-based being. Now, if you are watching this and you are not an organic, carbon-based being, welcome. Again, I've said this about other creatures, and it is still true. Please do not kill us. We enjoy living and metabolizing and do not want to be murdered. So, welcome, and just remember, we are delicate flesh bags. Past that, though, welcome to another day. I'm in Shelton, Washington, United States of America, northern continent of the Northern American continent. There we go. So, Western hemisphere of the planet, third planet from the sun. Again, we're either in the Sagittarius or Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy. I could have Googled that. I could have found it out. But I didn't. So still, thumbs up for that anyway. We know where we are in space. At this moment, sort of, roughly. We got kind of a map of the Milky Way galaxy. I mean, we're never going to be able to get it really good. We're like right in it. We don't have cameras up there to take pictures down. So, yeah. Anyway, itchy lip. Thumbs up for that. Don't know why I'm laughing about that. Anyway, Shelton, Washington, the weather report. Last night it was... Did I take my umbrella with me? I think it partially rained last night, or maybe it didn't. No, it did not. That's right. It's because of my ADHD. The morning time of any day, by the time I get up to noon, what happened in the morning feels like yesterday. And then by the rest of the day, anything that happened at noon feels like the morning. So that adds confusion on top of the fact that, like I've said before, the days pass like hours and weeks pass like days. So I lose track of time entirely. But last night I took my travel umbrella with me because it did not rain, except for a tiny bit of sprinkling, but it was just tiny. And so it was good. Went for walkies and it was nice. I enjoy walkies. It is good to walk. It is good to move. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Past that, though, I have therapy today, so of course I'm in a rush as always, but life is life. I did not sleep wonderfully last night. I did not have some things that would help me sleep, and so I sort of slept and sort of didn't. Lots more tossing and turning than I liked. Oh joy. Still, life is life. Life is life. I am alive. I continue to metabolize, at least for right now. I won't metabolize forever. Hopefully I can metabolize for another, at least 12 or 14 years. My genetic father is actually still alive. He lives I'm in Washington State, and he's either down in Portland, Oregon, or right around in here. I have a half-brother, and my half-brother went and moved him out of an adult family home / that kind of living and into his home. So he's in his 80s. Who knows if I can make sure that my polyps in my colon don't take me out through colorectal cancer. Maybe I'll live that long. That'll be good. I gotta get that tube shoved up my backside, make sure that I'm not going to die from that. Not the tube going up your backside. That doesn't kill you. What I'm talking about is making sure that I don't have cancer. If I hadn't had my first colonoscopy done in 2003, 2004, something like that, I would have been dead already from colorectal cancer. So when you get older, make sure you get a tube shoved up your backside so that they can look at the inside of your intestines. I mean, they can't get to your small intestine. That's too far up. They can't get to it coming up this way or down this way. The best way they can do that, and it's getting better, is you take a pill. Pill's got a camera in it, and it just takes pictures as it goes through your small intestine. So I'm squinting because I keep mixing up the word large with small when I'm trying to talk about the small intestine, and I keep trying to say large, and it's like I'm irritated at myself, and so I've been squinting each time. I've almost messed it up. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, so welcome. Yes, these are just my random ramblings on any time I vlog, just because I've been a talker. I've always been a talker. I've had to talk to people, and ever since my wife died, I don't really have anyone to talk to. I mean, even my friends, well, my housemates, they've never been huge talkers about the things that I'm interested in, so there's just been no one to talk to. And so vlogging and talking to the webcam and everybody out there that watches has been incredible for my brain. I mean, after the death of my wife and with everything that's happened in my life, it was bad. And the only thing that was keeping me alive was vlogging until I could get going to seeing a therapist. So, yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, oy vey. I mean, my depression was bad before my wife died, and then she died. Oh boy. So, I mean, normal is here, and I've never been close to it, so, yay. But anyway, to continue with other things, because I can't even remember what I was talking about with that. Aside from thank you for watching, because I've always been a talker. So there, see, I remember. Let me check over on my topics list, because it's just things that I like to... Again, because of my ADHD and all this, I have severe memory issues with my depression and a whole bunch of things. So if I don't write something down to leave a breadcrumb for stuff, everything I want to talk about the minute I turn on the webcam, it just runs out of my head. So I need the topics list. Like this one here I'm actually going to talk about because it makes me sad. Marilyn Manson. I never realized what a bad person he apparently is. Because I liked his music. And I've had a ton of his earlier albums. In fact, up to and include Hollywood, I had all the albums and I listened to them. And then money situations and such, I didn't get any past that, but I've really liked his early work. But, now with all these abuse allegations and people like Trent Reznor just saying, I produced his earlier stuff, but I turned my back on him as a human being more than 25 years ago. So, yay. It's unfortunate that so many of the people that we look up to end up being such bad people. I mean, if you remember Bill Cosby, holy smokes, I grew up as a kid watching the Fat Albert stuff. In fact, I watched Bill Cosby before there was a Fat Albert cartoon, if you ever remember Fat Albert and who Fat Albert was. If you're... Well, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, but it just his comedy stuff that became a cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon, and this was when he was younger, so it was ages ago, so, I mean, I'm talking about stuff that probably no one even knows about, but still, there's just bad people, bad people, and it's really, really unfortunate. And that sort of does, I've talked about it before, it's separating the art from the artist. And it's really hard because if you separate the art, you're also supporting the artist. And sometimes the artist is somebody that really shouldn't be supported. I mean, the art is nice, but again, supporting the art is supporting the artist, and you may like the art, but hate the artist. Like Bill Cosby, who we've found out through most of his life, he's been presented as somebody who was wholesome, child-friendly, but he's been a serial abuser, drugging people, and more. So we find out, and it's awful. So how do you support that? You don't want to support financially anybody that does stuff like that. I mean, and if you do, I mean, then you're the wrong kind of person. So, yay. It's a thing I still don't know how to answer. Because back in the 90s, and I've talked about it before, I'm quite sure, and I'll talk about it again, but it was back in the 90s, I had read this one smaller article about a person that was talking about, like, I think it was Nat King Cole or B.B. King, somebody that was they beat women, but they made all this music. And the point of their article was just burn the music, destroy it, get rid of it. They were a bad person. Don't support them. Don't support them in any way. Don't lend them space in your head. Don't listen to their music. They were bad people. And as much as I don't like bad people, and people that hurt other people are bad in my book, so yay. Of course, it's not black and white. There's always shades of gray, and you get to that point where it's like you don't know if it's right or wrong. Somebody's getting hurt, and you're not sure. So, yay on that. But even with that, I don't know because of that separation. I mean, the music didn't beat anybody, even though it was thought of and made by someone who was a bad person. Can you really appreciate that music, let's say if it was music, without supporting the person? People who were excellent writers but objectively bad people. I mean, there are a lot of science fiction writers out there that I have loved through the years. But they're actual beings. They're people themselves. Holy smokes. I mean, there's Orson Scott Card has apparently gotten a bit better. If you ever read science fiction, kind of like an older, previous J.K. Rowling, who now is a horrible person being shown. Just an absolute scum. But excellent stuff. But Orson Scott Card, one of those people that may write about a homosexual character in a very positive way that makes him a very positive character through the book. And in real life, he is the kind of person that villainizes, very homophobic, very bigoted, very not good. But the art doesn't reflect all that. How do you support the art without supporting the artist if you have that objection to the artist? I don't know. I don't know the answer. If people were black and white, as in our thinking, you're either A or B, it would be so much easier, but we're not. Even the worst person in the world might have that streak of, boy, that's really a good thing. Shades of gray. Shades of gray. There is some other stuff on here too, like my bloody ADHD. It's so hard to stay focused on games because I watch all sorts of videos and Let's Plays. I started playing Fallout New Vegas because of a video I watched. I've wanted to get back into Outward again, but if I play Outward because of a video I watched, if I play Outward, I'm not going to be able to play anything else. I'm just going to get stuck into that. And I've started Bloodborne because a fellow named John Wolfe has been doing hour-and-a-half long Let's Play condenses from Twitch streams down. And yeah, I got back into that. But that's another one that you are just going to be playing that if you're playing it. And so it's fun jumping from subject to subject, and I'm never going to finish anything unless I can get ADHD meds. If I can get something for that, it will make such a change in my life. I don't even know what it's like. I got to talk with my therapist. One of the things I want to talk about is when you take away all of the things like the ADHD symptoms that I've had, and my depression symptoms I've had, and all these symptoms, stuff that I thought were character traits, and it turns out they were just laundry lists of symptoms of problems I have. where's me? If you take away all that stuff, what's me? And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to do that afterward. Thumbs up each one I do. I read them all. I will answer as many as my executive dysfunction will let me. Definitely thumbs up. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And because of my brain damage, ADHD, mourning, and more, it is a range of 20 to 25. Wow, that was painful. So, I messed that one up. Let me call it my Chrome before I forget anymore. We have Andreas Oikonomou, thumbs up and thank you. Sierra Tapper, greatly appreciated. The Wusky, thumbs up. Melissa R, greatly appreciated. Danny Silviera. Oh, wow, I messed that one up bad, but thank you. Audran Murphy, I'm nowhere close at pronouncing your name, but thank you. Sean True Jr., we all pass away eventually. Milo, thumbs up and thank you. Wesley Van Torre, greatly appreciated. James Mickle, 1 thumbs up. Lee, greatly appreciated. _WXN, thumbs up. Russian Timing, always good to see you in the comments. XYL, thumbs up, and Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Ricky Bettini, thumbs up. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. We have STHEFANO Gab, thumbs up and thank you. There's Anime Fan, greatly appreciated. The Social Kid, sitting at home, ouch, but thank you. And then Ting Animations, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisnauer, thumbs up. XLTG, thumbs up and thank you. Hudson Holman, thumbs up. And last but not least, Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, if only in text. Greatly appreciated, and a definite thumbs up. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. These are people that are keeping me alive and keeping a roof over my head. It is greatly appreciated. If you could check out, am I doing it right? If you could check out my various links. No, I said that part, didn't I? Yeah, so here we are. Good Lord, my brain this morning. I'm actually doing pretty good, but then I get sidetracked like that. Now, if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link. I have all these things, so thumbs up. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, here we go, and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I think I'm back on track now. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. And of course, if you could hit the notification button down there on the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Hopefully I didn't ruin that thing entirely and I got at least some of the bones done properly. Yay! Well, son of a gun. I have this video here. I have therapy. I got another video I got to record, edit, and render. Or do I? I don't know. I might have the second half of a video just to edit and render. So if that's true, thumbs up on that. You see how my brain works? I'm right here in the middle of it. All I can see is that it's not. But at least it functions a little bit. So good golly, Miss Molly. And of course, the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment suffers from a surplus of scorn. It is ready, not eager, but ready, to cast that scorn upon those it finds disappointing. Its mockery is severe. Do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And of course, Black Lives Matter. I mean, good golly, Miss Molly. Good golly, Miss Molly. And please try to stay as safe and creative as you can at this point in time. It would be a very good thing. Please. So, just do what you can. If you have to go out, please wash your hands, wear a mask, try not to touch your face. practice your social distancing. If you don't have to go out, please don't. Please don't. This thing keeps mutating. Who knows how long the vaccines will actually work for? So please be as careful as you possibly can. And let's see if I can remember if I've missed anything. I probably have, and that's okay. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I will see you.